Now this one. Some petals.
Hi friends, welcome to the Stitch Cræft Podcast. My name is Leah. I live in St. John's, Newfoundland. I have a small pop-up yarn shop here in town. I teach knitting lessons, and my channel is predominantly about knitting and sewing, some other crafts that I like to do occasionally, but it's mostly knitting and sewing. I knit in black a lot, and I sew in black linen a lot. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then you should stay and hang out for a little while. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about my finished object, which is the Obsidian Sweater by the Wool Barrow. I am so in love with this sweater. I think it's definitely my favorite thing I've ever made. I'm wearing it with a cute little black linen skirt that I made also. This is the Gypsum skirt by So Liberated. Yeah, this sweater just fits so beautifully. I love the A-line body shape. It's so like flowy, and it has these beautiful balloon sleeves. I am in love, obsessed. It's the first time I've knit, It's the first time I've knit colorwork in a really long time, like a full colorwork garment. And I thought that it would be like really slow going. It's definitely took me longer than it would a normal, non-colorwork sweater, but I was just so addicted to the knitting process, I couldn't stop. This pattern is beautiful. It's beautifully written. I had no hiccups in the pattern whatsoever. And yeah, I don't know what to say about how much I love this sweater. I knit mine in Ramagarn Finul in black, and then this is the like cream, what's it called? I think it's called light heather beige. So it's not white, but it's pretty close. It just has like a warmness to it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel so cute in this sweater. I'm obsessed with it. I knit the second size, not the smallest. I wanted to have, a bit of ease. I knit a lot of garments that are really fitted. And for this one, I really wanted that flowy kind of look. The side panels have these like really cute little lines, and it fits so nicely. I find the Ramagarn, because it's not a super heavy wool, even though it's like, it's got the double layer because of the colorwork, it's not crazy warm. Like I'm not overheating, but it is still really nice and warm for this time of year. I noticed in my wardrobe lately, a lot of the knitwear that I have are more summery for some reason. I have a lot of like summer t-shirts and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to now in the next coming months making some more garments that fit into my wardrobe that are long sleeve and much warmer. So yeah, this is my Obsidian sweater. It's beautiful. I love it so much. So because I was so inspired by this sweater, I was thinking, like, have you ever knit something where when you're finished, you're like, this is so amazing that I feel like I can't top it. Like I had a bunch of, sweaters on my to knit list that I was like ready for. I was thinking about like, do I have yarn for this? Do I have yarn for that? Sorry, the sun is, the clouds are going by. Do I have wool for this? Do I have wool for that? And after I finished this, I looked through some patterns that I was hoping to knit, and there's my baby's papa. That I was hoping to knit, and like none of them inspired me anymore. Like I'm just so inspired by this one that like nothing else felt good enough. So then I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna knit? I just don't know. This is so good. It's almost like it's so good I want to knit it again, but I don't think, obviously you don't need two sweaters that look exactly the same. And I wouldn't choose different colors. Like I wouldn't choose to do this in any other color. So I was like looking through my favorites on Ravelry and some patterns that I have. And I was like, okay, this is the one I'm gonna knit. And I chose it in a big way because one, I've had this on my to knit list for a really, really long time, like actually years. And the only reason I didn't, technically I did knit it and I'm on the second sleeve. And by the time I got to the second sleeve and then I tried it on, it was like way too small, so way too tight. I don't know if my gauge was off or I just chose, I think, the wrong size for the fit that I'm looking for, because I'm looking for a fit now kind of similar to this. I love the flowiness of the bottom of the sweater. I think it looks really pretty with skirts. I think it looks really pretty with dresses, jeans, like it doesn't matter. It just goes so well. And it's really like, you can wear it every day. It doesn't feel, there's no tightness. It's just like a warm, cozy hug. So yeah, so this sweater I chose, it's the Nordiska by Caitlin Hunter. And like I said, and I've probably showed this in previous podcasts, that I have this sweater pretty much fully knit, but it's way too small. And I don't love the color of it. I love it, but I don't love it for me right now in this moment of my life. So I think what I'll do is I'll finish it and at some point and give it to my daughter, who this is the trend now. If I make something too small for myself, she can wear it, because like the oversized clothes is really cool right now at her age. She's pretty small, so that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, I cast on the Nordiska. I have it in my favorite bag. I'm using Raw Garn again. And technically this pattern calls for a fingering weight, but it's in a really loose gauge, so it's fingering weight. And I think it calls for size 4 needles, but there's no way I could get gauge with that. US 4 with a fingering weight, it would be, and I think that's, part of the problem. It's way too small. So this is a sport weight, and it's a pretty light sport weight. So I went ahead and cast on with the sport weight. I still needed to go up a couple of needle sizes to get gauge, so I don't think there's going to be any problem. And the Nordiska, I'll put a picture here. It's just one color on the top, and then it has, the color band here and on the sleeves, and it has this really pretty A-line frame, but it's a V-neck. And I don't have any V-necks in my wardrobe, so I'm really excited for that one. And these are the colors that I've chosen. So it's black, of course, and that's going to be my main color on top. And then I have my light gray heather, because I still have it left over from this sweater. And then there's like a contrast color to go in. So I'm choosing my all-time favorite color. It's like a, mustardy, ochre, greeny. It's heathered. It's so beautiful. I love this color so much. So I think these look really cute together. And the sweater, because it's like predominantly one color, I think just a little bit of a pop of color in my wardrobe will be really cute. If I'm gonna knit in a color, this tends to be it, like teddy bear sweater. We've got like a mustardy color. Yeah, this is my pop of color. And then I also realized that it matches the colors in my project bag here. There's a little bit more oranges in this, but it's still like, it's pretty on trend there. So yeah, so here we have it. The Nordiska also has these really cute, so this is what I have so far, which is not very much. So it's just the the neckband, and then you knit down until you get like this V, and then you connect. And it has these really cute little cables for the raglan. And I love these tiny little details of like little cables and raglans and things like that. It's the little things that I get really into. So yeah, that's my Nordica. Again, it's my second time knitting it. I think this colorway is gonna match me so much more, and I'm going to love wearing it so much more. And I love I just love the weight of the Rama yarn. I feel like it's such a nice weight. It's not too warm, but it keeps you warm as well. And yeah, so I already know that the pattern is going to turn out perfectly because I've knit it before, and like the instructions and everything. Obviously, Caitlin Hunter, everybody knows her patterns. They're really beautiful. So yeah, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, so I think last time I chatted about that I have to do some Christmas knits. So I've cast on, and of course my daughter, who's 9, her style choices are getting a little bit like cooler, and I think a lot of it is like she wants to dress like mommy a little bit. She's been like adding more darker, moodier colors into her wardrobe. So I'm knitting it's called the Dandelion Skirt by Petit Knit. I love Petit Knit for all of her children's patterns, you know, like there's lots of people out there doing children's patterns, but she does a lot. So if you're looking for a children's pattern that, you know, will be pretty straightforward and well written, Petit Knit's the place to go. And also, I've knit this skirt already. I knit it for my Aura already, but it was when she was a lot younger, and it was also in like a yellowy color. So anyway, she wants this little mini skirt. There's not a whole lot to see. I'm knitting it in, what's this called? Host Garn, super, what's it called? I forget. It's not superwash, obviously. It's super soft, yeah. So it's 100% wool, and I don't have a whole lot so far. So you cast on the waistband, and then you fold it over, and then there are these tiny little dandelion things here. So it's like a little over the knee skirt. She's gonna wear it with a pair of leggings, and it's gonna be really cute. Keep her little butt warm in the winter. Anyway, it's pretty hard to show what's going on here. I can post a picture, of course. Little teeny tiny dandelions. They're very cute. So the skirt is sort of an A-line shape, and basically when you're doing the little dandelion motif, you add stitches, so that makes the skirt just like a little bit bigger, and then eventually you do a little cuff, folded up cuff at the bottom, and then you sew it, and then you put a elastic in the top, and then you sew it, and then boom, you're good to go. So I knit that, like all of this, in just like a couple of days, so I don't think it'll take me too long to have it finished for Christmas. And then, oh, I broke my yarn. Oh well. Just spice it back together, right? Yeah, so that's going really well. Then my baby daughter, she's gonna be 4 on Christmas Day. Actually, her birthday is Christmas Day. So she has asked me to knit her a dress. So I think what I'm gonna do is Petit Knit also has a dandelion dress. So it's like the same idea. And I'm pretty sure I already have the pattern for it. So I've been really working like from my pattern list lately instead of buying a lot of new patterns. I have lots that I already love, and I think it's great to re-knit patterns. This one I bought, but I never did knit, so I'm gonna knit the dandelion dress for the baby, Etheria. So then they both have something, and yeah, hopefully I can get the dress done before Christmas. The Nordica, it can wait. It doesn't have to be done in any particular period of time, but I needed to have another sweater cast on for my Sunday Sweater Club because, you know, obviously I have to knit a sweater during Sunday Sweater Club. Yeah. So another thing that I have is last time, it's not a big thing, but it's my Oslo hat, also by Petit knit. It's the mohair edition. I finished this a little while ago. Last episode, I think I had just the crown left to do. So I did this one with a workshop here that I taught, and I think it's really cute. It's really perfect for our climate. And so technically it was supposed to have a band kind of like this big, and there was a lot more to it, but I wanted a really nice, like, well-fitted hat that goes over my ears, but it doesn't like, whoo, you know, kind of come off my head a bunch. I wanted it to fit really well. I don't really like hats that have like a whole big thing coming up here. I know it's like a trend, but I don't really enjoy it. So yeah, here's my Oslo hat. I really like it. I think it's super cute. But yeah, it's a hat. There's not a whole lot to say about a hat. I think I didn't. Yeah, I still have my. Yeah, this is a great pattern. I really like you do like this weird thing on the inside where you do some like purl and then you turn your work, and it helps keep your brim like in place. Yeah, that's a really good one. I like that. And that's it. So those are my finished objects and works in progress. I have some other works in progress I showed last time. I'm doing the Millie cardigan, but it comes in a long sleeve and a short sleeve version, and I was considering, now that it's winter, doing the long sleeve version, but I kind of fell in love with the short sleeve version. Plus I'm doing it in like a cream, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of poke it aside till spring, and then I feel like I'll be inspired to finish it in the spring rather than in the winter, because it's lace as well. And I was thinking, oh, I should finish it and it could be a nice little thing to wear like around Christmas time, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to poke it away, but we'll see. I might change my mind. I do often. My mom went to London on a trip, which I think is really fun. She went with my grandmother and my aunt, so her sister. And when she came back, she was like, oh, I got you a little gift. And, you know, I thought it was just going to be like a t-shirt or something, but she brought me back a 100% wool. She called it a tam, but to me it just looks like a beret. Does anybody know what the difference is, if you're in London, what the difference between a tam and a beret is? Maybe it's just the way you wear it, or maybe it's not a tam and she was incorrect. I don't actually know. But anyway, it's 100% wool, like a felted wool from London, and it's super warm and so cute. I just think it's really sweet. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wearing it wrong. I don't live in London. I live in Canada. I think it's really, really cute. I don't know. But I thought I'd show it on the podcast because it's wool and I love wool things. And I was like, that's actually probably the nicest gift you could have got me in London, is something that's made of wool. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna cherish it. I have worn it once and it kept my head really super nice and warm because, like, you know, obviously the felted wool doesn't have the holes in it like a lot of knitted things can have. So it's like, it's nice for a really cold day. And I was wearing it out and it was like kind of drizzly and it didn't get wet, like protected my head from the weather, which is great because where I live, we have like really similar weather to London. It's often very gray, it's often rainy, wet. I think we have more wind. It's very windy where I live. So I believe that's all I have to show you. Mostly I'm just so excited about my Obsidian sweater. It's just like the nicest thing. Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to see, I've noticed lately a lot of podcasters, like knitting podcasters, are showing kind of at the end segment some sort of like other things that they're up to. So I was thinking I'll show you the kind of like, you know, weird fantasy witchy books that I like to read. And if you're interested in that, you can tell me. If you're not, you can skip ahead, or, you know, this is the end of the video. So anyway, I picked up this book recently. It's called Slewfoot. I have not started reading it yet, but it looks really good. It's like a fantastical kind of horror, and it's by Barrow. But this version, this edition has this beautiful art in it. So the author does the art for the book as well. And it's really weird and yeah, they're really beautiful and, you know, spooky, creepy kind of things. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I ordered it as like a little Halloween gift for myself, and I'm really excited to get started reading it. But I have to finish the book I'm reading right now first, which is here. So I'm reading, I really like taking the paper off my books. I just like to feel the actual book. And this one, when you take the paper off, it still has like really cool stuff. So it's called A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher. I've never read anything by her before. So far it's pretty good. It's like a little slow going, but I like it. I like to read before bed. So yeah, it's about this young girl who finds out that her mom is a sorceress, and she's like pretty evil, and she has to kind of like, you know, figure herself out. And anyway, it's really good. It's a really good book. I also have like a little stack of books back here. If you guys are interested in, you know, books, let me know. I'll show more in another podcast. And also, we got a new baby kitten. Here she is. Hello. Can you hear her purring? Her name is Gojira, which means Godzilla. And she's so cute and sweet. She is about 10 weeks old now, and she gets mauled by the children all the time, and we love her very much. And she likes to eat all the food. She loves meat and yogurt and all sorts of really cute things. Anyway, I just thought you guys would want to be introduced to our new little baby kitten. Hello. Yeah, and I think that's all I have to chat about today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you again soon. Bye.